God damn it. Welcome to day 654 of the paper eating series. And my mom would actually, she placed a request to make an introduction to this day of the series.
Okay, now I need to ask you. Remember when we
Not
did
an
the
introduction.
data recovery thing, and
Oh,
how
God.
do remember there was those clips? How do we recover clips? Remember you were able to do the poor. Remember he had this.
Just got to
boy.
rename the file and put MP4 at the end of it. You just got to take that, put MP4 at the Wait, come back. You're supposed to do the intro for the stream.
No,
You're not going to do an intro? You are so lame. Worst mom ever.
I'm trying to get this thing.
I'm kidding. Yeah, go up there and recover. Remember, don't fuck around with it too much, because if you keep just make sure to do a clean name change .mp4 at the end. If you don't, it'll probably corrupt it and make it weird. All right. Okay. Yeah. And if you have any questions, send me like a text or something. All right. Hello, Brian's mom. Hello, Leonard, who no longer has a mom. My condolences. I'm terrible at emotionally connecting like that. However, just know I nailed it with Caden's dad, and I'm going to nail it here. All right. This thumbs up is going to compensate for all of the loss. I'm so bad at this. Damn, I fucking suck. Well, Leonard, I'm telling you, people come to my streams when they're at their lowest. So, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Let's put our score in for the day. I would love to see your score for the day, Leonard. I'm gonna make an estimation. Aiden Avery might be taking a bit of a break from the stream, by the way. Definitely seems like an abandon the internet type day for them. And what's great is that, you can see where their priorities lie. So what happened was, they were there, right? And they were there to see me play, right? And I came up to play. They didn't miss anything. I keep getting put on the most whack ass boring songs. It's bad luck, I suppose. I keep playing with Kaya. She's so fucking lame. She actually is the soccer mom with dick up the ass energy. She's gonna grow up, and I know exactly where she's gonna be in 30 years. Boob is pustule out of 10. I did take math class, and my math teacher did tell me that is around 0 adjacent. So, not to tell you how your day went, but I mean, either that or my math teacher was wrong. So, bronchitis sucks. Bronchitis, shit. Is that like an actual terminal disease? Holy shit. We have a fucking whole live chat full of survivors here. Let's, okay. Pardon that burp. And then we're going to go, that's rule 34. That's not it. Where's the, okay, I'm clearly not doing this right. What am I supposed to look up? Oh yeah, bronchitis. It's so late, I don't even remember what the fuck I'm doing. All right, acute bronchitis. Look at that, Jonah. That's you. Oh, it's a very common. Oh, it's just when you cough. Get the fuck out of here. I thought you had like tuberculosis or something like that. What are you gonna say about? Oh yeah, right. I got distracted. Yeah, so they were at Panama, and the thing is that, it was so important to them. They see me and talk to me. I had my sights elsewhere. I was like interacting with a bunch of other people, and I had just a nasty day. I'm not going to sit around and talk to just Caden and only Caden if I'm having a rough day. I swear to you, I'm not going to do that. But they were there, and the thing is that they had waited like a good 2.5 hours to see me play. And what I found very heartwarming is, you posted your stories at a very interesting time, because right when I got called up, that's when they saw the stories. And they didn't even stay to see me play. They basically stayed for nothing. They considered you the most important thing possible, and they had to basically go out of Panama, take a breather, and they just up and dipped. And that's very respectable. It's good, They don't care about their social standing with me. They don't care about this. I mean, I've made it clear to him that I don't. It's not really. I'm not gonna be too torn up if they miss one of those types of performances, but they considered you very important. We talked in a recent stream, actually, where we mulled back over the whole pedophilia controversy that happened, the liberal boob fucking incident. And it was just me bringing up how I appreciated you. And at the moment, before the news, I did not assume that it would ever be mentioned or that you would ever go back to a stream. So, I mean, you're here, so I guess here we are. But they were talking extensively about how, now more than ever, you've become more emotionally distant. And that's good. Hey, listen, in life, you walk around all these different places, and sometimes there are going to be people that are farther away who were closer, and people who are closer who were farther, right? I know that sounds like fortune cookie nonsense, but I'm telling you, that's just how life is. And, but they had a theory that basically you're just generally using multiple devices. jokes, irony, this and that, the other thing, as a veil. And listen, I love that. I'll do it all the way. But I mean, your mom's dead, so sometimes you gotta take a break. And me being a person who is absolutely terrible at mourning somebody who I never really knew, I don't really know how to do that. So if you're looking to get proper consolation, um, I'm not the best person for that. Unless you're not that like, unless you really hate people like my special ed teacher. She would cry a bunch of fake tears. She'd be very overly melodramatic. She'd be like an Imagine Dragons song about somebody even stubbing their toe on a rock. But me personally, I'm not that big of a fan. And I wish I was capable of really putting myself in someone else's shoes, because Caden is an empath. Caden and Avery are both empaths. They like, just the fact that you experienced a loss made them feel like they lost somebody too. They probably had more interaction with your mom than I ever did. I don't even know the lady's name. Never saw a picture of her. Maybe there's like some sort of, I don't know, asylum file I can look through and I'll find her picture in there. I don't know, but they definitely that my whole life, that whole thought process, I never related to it. But I definitely noticed that you're a very intelligent individual, but sometimes if you're more intelligent, you find ways to avoid certain conversations and situations that you find awkward, uncomfortable. I don't know, resurfacing of trauma, if we're going to speak in Reina jargon. But you have been, according to Caden, and the thing is that my interaction with you generally has been pretty like heavily like shades of gray acquaintance type. So, I'm definitely like and not shades of gray like the book series. I mean shades of gray as in like unfeeling, not colorful. We're not, we're not fucking going into a bunch of what is it now? We're not like playing a bunch of video games and talking about our personal life. We're basically exchanging a troll concepts together. That's the farthest it goes. And that's your style. And just so happens to mesh with my style. However, my general principle, especially on the paper streams, is talk about everything. However, upon request, Ian is the master at this. Ian definitely, hold on. Okay, there we go. But yeah, Ian definitely he requests for things not to be talked about, and unless if you don't want for something to be disclosed here, all you got to do is just say it. Unless I don't like you, or you're doing it for some clear ulterior motive. But at request, I generally oblige. But yeah, it's hard for me to comment on this situation because I engage with you and you engage with me a lot, or engaged, with a D at the end, past tense. We've engaged with each other a lot on the internet. However, the thing is that, like, and I'll say this right now, I don't really know you. Like, longevity doesn't mean shit. I can know somebody for 10 years and, I can not know obvious details like their mom's maiden name, or I don't know, their favorite color, or if they, like how long their toenails are or some shit like that. However, I can know for someone for a short period of time, and for like all it takes is maybe like 3 hours of actual intimate conversation, and of them, talking about who they are, what they stand for, how those things they talk about themselves, reflects on everything else. You've given me that before. It's definitely, gotten a little different. Your general engagement with me on the internet has dropped. That's a good thing. Congrats. You survived rehab, or you've successfully gotten off it. Caden is 100% going to overdose, But, throughout all that, I don't know what sort of personal turmoil you've been dealing with. There have been certain particular potential separations between you and the other people in your friend groups, people who I know, people who I don't know, the clique you were stuck in that you told me about, all that stuff. And, for somebody who supports me a lot, and interacts with my mom thinks you're very sweet, you definitely put me in a very interesting position because I don't know really anything about you. You guys know a lot about me because I just say everything, but you're kind of the opposite. You definitely, you're a closed book. However, the cover has lots of proverbial stickers on the top of it. You display a lot of the surface level shit that you put on the cover of the proverbial book, but you have a lock on that book too, and it's sealed shut, airtight, in a vacuum bag. So now something obvious happened, and now you're going off on the internet, and you've experienced a tragedy, and this is quite literally one of the like maybe the third actual even remotely personal detail involving you that I've ever known. So I don't really have anything to compound that on top of. Normally, if you know somebody goes through a tragedy, I can kind of like bounce off that. Like I knew Caden's mom, and I actually had pretty intimate conversation with me when her husband died. And so I was able to bounce off that. And of course, not use it to incriminate or blackmail Kate or anything like that. To use the information that's given, because sometimes being disclosing information results in positive outcomes rather than negative. You know, it's food for thought right there. So they supplied me the information, they trusted me, and in response, I mean, in my own semi-retarded way, tried to support them best I can, or to try and emotionally console them, despite it really being none of my business, and also despite me not really knowing how to. I'm really bad at it, but you know, I'm in an interesting position right now because you know I have no idea what your position with me is. I don't know what your position with your mom was. I don't know what your position with this entire situation is in general, or with engaging with people on the internet. All I can do is make wild guesses. So it's up to you what to disclose, obviously. So you know, I have to respect your decision. But definitely, you know, if I'm going to continue to you know be engaged with on the internet, you know, it puts me in a very interesting position to not know. It's a bit of an interesting experiment. So I don't know how to feel about it, but just know that whoever you are, Leonard, whatever person you are, I appreciate it. Is my mom being rented out? Like my actual mom, or the channel that I'm streaming on right now and rented out? Like as well, my mom is currently preparing just an update, by the way. Uh you know about my dying grandma, right? You know, and how she is losing ability to speak and all that. We're supposed to be preparing this whole celebration of life slash celebration of death. Let's be honest. It's not like, of course, they want to focus on how she lived, but everyone's focusing on how she's going to die, and how they're trying to market like, you know, eat some witch toenails or some shit like that, just to, like giving her false hope, thinking that she's going to cure her disease. She's going to die 100%. You know? My biological mother rented out. Now I feel like a moron. All right, on to Urban Dictionary we go. Rented out, meaning. Okay, I get. How am I so dumb? I didn't get that. Yeah, no, my mom would love to be paid a particular sum. It depends on what the money is. You know, she works at what is it? Ping for like 100 an hour. So if you want to spend an hour with her, you better you know, break your piggy bank. But I'll get you a special discount. She called. You know, you said that she was a good mom. I guarantee you she'll give you at least 75 to 90% off on that. Or you know, you could visit her. She could visit you, you know. You could talk to Raina or me, you know. You know, get into the weeds, man. That's what I love to do. And hey, listen, if you think that getting into the weeds is dangerous, sure, I have a reputation, but I've spent my whole life saying some of the riskiest shit, some of the most overly intimate shit. I've had CPS visit my house like 5 times because of my loose lips. And how about that? I'm still here. I'm still here, and despite how tired I am, and despite how bad of a day I mean, you see the score. I'll say this: I am nothing short of thriving, in my opinion. I feel like I'm not a failure. Maybe I'm close. Maybe I'm, you know, not a success, but I don't think I'm a failure. I'm not there yet. I have to really fuck up in order to be a failure. But I'm doing some things that the majority of people would never want to do, never want to disclose, never want to put out on the internet. And those have consequences. There are many situations where I go out and I'm treated like the bottom bitch, or it feels that way at least, you know. Maybe I have skewed perspective, but you know, I feel like a lot of the attitudes towards me, especially from people who semi know me or have already made their minds about me, it's a consequence of my what I choose to do, or how I decide to live my life. But the positive always outweighs the negative, in my opinion. You know, I feel like just being super upfront and not like turning my life into a spectacle, but yeah, actually kind of turning my life into a spectacle. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that it's had a slew of positive effects. And obviously you have the obvious negative effects that everybody likes to focus on, and only those effects, you know, but I'd like to think that the moments were you and Avery and yes, Caden consoled in me. and, kind of used me as a big hole in the dirt to spill their dirty laundry into. You know, Avery's mom and Caden's mom said that it actually helped them out a lot, and I was surprised. I'm like, I'm the worst therapist ever. What the hell are you talking about? So I'm like a children's therapist now. It's interesting. I think I find people interesting, and not just hearing about or talking about or describing, using the power of words to describe. I just spilled water on my computer. Okay, but just kind of using the power of words to describe people. I just think it's so interesting. And in order to do that, I need to know people. So I love getting to know people. So I was in my mouth way too long. Holy shit. It's basically non-Newtonian fluid I just downed. All right. Can do that. Use the paper to soak up the water. My first 5 therapists thought that I was going to shoot up a school. They thought I was Adam Lanza, the sequel. It's all because I told them. I think the thing is that with therapists, I didn't take them seriously, especially because I remember in 3rd grade, I had like 5 therapists because my IEP demanded it because people did the whole Brian's mentally disturbed thing. And the thing is that they very clearly wanted something out of me. But if you make it obvious that you want something out of me, I'm not going to give it to you. Yeah, and so what I did is I would talk about anything other than myself, and I think I roped this one guy into playing Moncala games with me, and whenever he wanted to talk about me, he would like bring up, so your mother whacked you in the face with a purse, and I'm like, okay, so one thing about this blue marble, I like how it, for one, there's a little bit of rust like kind of in the middle, like seems like there was a factory mistake, like maybe a gnat flew in and got caught. I would just go into some rant about some aspect of the Moncala game, and it's pretty crazy how just something as stupid as a Moncala game you can just find so many innocuous details to detract conversation with. But that therapist literally quit. Like, he quit because he could not get a single thing out of me. So just because you're a therapist and you have a PhD doesn't mean you know what the fuck you're doing. But there was one therapist, and her name was Susan Bell, and she came to my jazz gig recently. And she what she did is she just talked to me as if I was just like here to basically meander in conversation. Whatever I talked about, she would reciprocate, and she would kind of find something to build off of. And it's pretty impressive because that is when I started talking about myself. It just happened like that. I wasn't even trying to talk about myself, and she didn't seem like she was trying either. Still doing that. Yeah, Jake. Jesus. Have you been on the internet? You're under like the biggest, sweatiest rock in the entirety of your high school. Catch these streams at night, every night, sometimes in the afternoon. Not a disclosed time because I can't be trusted these days to do it at a consistent time. But just know, if you're sitting in your bed, after masturbating, you're kind of marinating in a pool of your own semen, and you notice a notification on your phone. That's what I assume your phone sounds like. That's right. I gave you an Android phone. And it says that your mom is live eating a sheet of paper a day 500 and something, something, something. Then just know it's me. I'm still alive, and I'm still doing this. What, you think this would kill me? Eating a razor blade a day. Day 1. First and final day. No, it's okay. Hey, Drake, pop back into the streams. I need more people bullying me. It hasn't happened in a while. I miss Eli, honestly. I miss when he would come in and he'd fuck with me. So, one good therapist I had never really asked what my problem was specifically, just how to manage it. Yeah, just like the obvious questions that most people in life ask you, the reason why therapists exist is they're there to say the shit that most people fuck up. Like, people in general are just bad at giving you emotional support. Therapists are quite literally designed to know the things to say that'll help appeal to your pathos. Not saying therapy is bad, but they get paid money to do it. There's always a guidebook. So. Oh yeah, Leonard, I haven't seen. Oh, right. Oh yeah, by the way, for the record, Michael, he basically records it on his Sony 2001 recorder. Found it in my garage. I gave it to him, actually, so it's mine. So you better return it. But I gave it to him, he records it, and then he plugs it into his computer, and then that runs into his PC, and then his PC that goes into his Xbox so he can check it on the Blu-ray player, and after he checks on the Blu-ray player, it goes back into his PC, takes the hard drive out, puts it back into his laptop, takes it out, accidentally mistakes his hard drive for a butt plug, shoves it up his ass, realizes his mistake, takes it out of his ass, cleans it off with soap and water, and then he sends it to himself so he can plug it in back into the computer, upload it to the phone, and then put it on my internet account. That's how it works. So just know that voice message has seen some shit. So yeah, no, I'm still not on the internet. In about 5 days or something like that, I'll get back on and Michael will co-manage it with me. He'll still exist. I will promo him 100%, but I'm ready to get back on the internet in due time, just after my grandma thing. And by the way, holy shit. And I'm not saying this is a problem with the Asian community. I'm just saying that like Asian families are so fucking like they're actually they're human brick walls, I tell you. And the thing is that they're very cliquey, very passive aggressive, very institution based because my mom's side of the family has been trying to do some really shady, wacky shit. Literally been trying to kick me out. There's like some competition between siblings on who can honor their dying mother the best. Oh, Popo likes me more than you, so let's kick your son out. He's making this all about himself. And it's like, dude, Popo literally requested it. What are you fucking on about? Go eat some rice with chopsticks. So, I've been. Oh, my gun fell down. Okay, I don't want for it to break. But yeah, I've been basically trying to like meet a middle ground with these people, but when they aren't willing to communicate anything, and it's all just, it's like for one, come on, Mal, like Popo was one of the closest people I ever had. In fact, in a way, there for a period, I literally lived with her. And she, when my dad was not reliable at keeping his cool because of political disagreements, she was the one who was on my side. And she's always been the one to just support me emotionally in and out. So why would you kick me out of this life celebration when one of the most supportive figures in my life is dead? Popo said that I was her favorite for some reason. I know that she politicizes the family and does that a lot, but it could be because of that. I don't know how much. I don't care about getting money or her favorite pair of dentures from her will, but like, who cares? The worst kind. That's every single one. I'm telling you. I know they live in different areas and they eat different food and they watch different types of movies and they have different forms of dictatorship. But I'm telling you, at the end of the day, we're all just the same breed. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but sometimes you just can't reason with Asian people. I agree, Jonah Lee Human. I'm going to quote you on that, and we are going to make live chat replayable. So as far as we're concerned, you said that. But yeah, I know. I understand. I'm sure you've experienced that, Jonah, where it's like, I mean, the thing is that I know that perspective of just, just give it up. People suck, But I mean, a lot's at stake here. So no, I'm going to keep pushing, If you're going to be someone who can't be reasoned with, then, I'll brute force myself in too, bitch. Have fun, dealing with me after so you've been an asshole, because unprovoked, I'm sure I can be annoying. Just wait till you see me after you legit try to kick me out of mourning my, one of the most supportive people in my life. Watch me. And I'm so happy that E-Man and I made amends, because E-Man is an actual beast when it comes to like getting stuff down and rehearsing it. He's on a mission to impress my relatives. They think that like we're some second-rate fucking shit coffee shop middle school orchestra that can only play hot cross buns. I'm not gonna say we're Gilbert level, but we're a little up there, all right? I know we're capable of more than what my aunts think. They think we're literally like volunteers. We're like volunteer musicians. I think we're gonna do our best, and I think you're gonna notice my aunts, who will not be named. You might have underestimated us just a little bit, so My hair fucking sucks. We're gonna factory reset this shit. I'm gonna get Marina to cut it. But it's just that she's been calling out sick from school. I don't know what that means. When she says calling out sick from school, I know for a fact that the seasonal depression is fucking back. How old are you? I think you'll be fine. I am 20 years old. I'm old as fuck. Let's see if we can fix this. That's clearly not it. We did not fix that. Okay. Okay, yeah, because like when we try to do this, it just does the Lord Farquaad curtain part thing. I'm not a fan of that. We gotta like, I need to bring back the bowl cut, but Raina's haircut does not grow well after a while. What the fuck is this Oompa Loompa looking ass shit? All right, this Thanks, Raina, for this. I'm totally sister of the year right here. She's just got to recut it. She'll learn her layering eventually. What is that? Why is it like a semicircle? You know, it could be like cut. This is why I actually need a bowl cut. That's what I used to get when I was in 3rd grade. Just put a bowl on top of my head. I got a mohawk because I was bored once. It was a mistake. Yeah, I'm never gonna do that side shave type thing. Like, I don't know why that whole like dollop of ice cream on top of your head look. I don't know why people like that. I'm definitely more of a I'm just gonna grow my hair everywhere and not like intent because for one, I'm not a big fan of the trying too hard look. You know, it's like just why would you shave off an entire region of your head and then keep the like I just I don't know, it just seems impractical. Like maybe you're trying to get a partial, ventilation to your scalp or something like that. I don't know, but to me it seems discriminatory, Why only with some, not with others? Is my computer not charging? Uh-oh. That's not good. My outlet's not working. It should work. The fact that it's not working is concerning. That's not good. Okay. That's not very good. Let's see if we can pinpoint what the issue is here. I do need this, and I am paying $3,500 for this, so I think I should probably be able to charge this. Oh, I'm a freaking retard. My stupid... That's why. This thing got unplugged all the way back here. What the hell am I doing with my life? Yeah, whatever. I have an excuse. I'm nearsighted, guys. Unplug that. Put that in. Plug this in. Oh, shit. That's fine. Whatever. Okay. Sometimes you got to go bald to solve it. I am not there yet. I'm getting close, though. So I think some of my favorite hairstyles that grew back in was after I shaved bald. Go way back on this channel, like way, way back. Like your finger's going to hurt, but scroll like way down, all the way down to when I had the full butt. Like I did the notorious picture where I did the thing in the middle. It's the reverse mohawk. And then after that, what I did is I shaved the rest of it off because my mom basically refused to associate with me until I got rid of the rest of it. So I was bald for a little bit, but I didn't cut my hair for a straight year, and it grew back in surprisingly well. That's where my crackhead ID photo comes in. If I show it, they'll probably, I don't know, some China man is going to steal my identity or something like that. But, Sorry, I'm just looking at a DM somebody sent me. There you go. That, this. Okay, put that down. All right, well, we're reaching kind of the end of this stream. This is the last piece. Checking every now and then, so I'm not cut up. Glad to see you're well. Yeah, I mean, well, air quotes. Today was unusually bad. And Leonard, this is separate of your thing with your dead mom. Like, I just having a bad day, and now I just, it's like, okay, am I even going to complain about having a bad day? Because Leonard's mom is dead. So, it's nice that your response to tragedy isn't to completely separate from everything. At least you're, kind of popping the stream open while you eat popcorn and cry into your pillow, which is what I am going to make an educated guess that you're doing right now. So, Leonard, I appreciate it. Some say that I grow on them. Some people say that, hey, when they meet me, they think I'm weird, so I grow on them. I think it's the reverse, vice versa as well. Whenever somebody comes in swinging and they really enjoy my my presence, like, well, it's only downhill from here, So whoever's here right now and who's watched me for an extended period of time, my condolences for having been trapped with me for so long. And, if people think I'm more and more lame, just know the perception is changing more than I am. I've always been this lame. It's just, you haven't seen those layers yet. It just takes time. I always like to kind of have a bingo card on just what the month count before people realize I'm fucked and separate themselves from me. Just wondering when, just when the time period is. The most common box that gets checked off is 3.5 months. So just know that you guys are all above average. You guys are extra based for fucking keeping up longer than 3.5 months. It's been like, what, a year, Leonard? It's been like 2 years, Jake. It's been Jonah. If you're Jonah Keegan, right? Yeah, if you're Jonah Keegan, then it's been also kind of almost a year. And then if it's a different Jonah Lee Human, if you're the guy who I ate the tortilla chip and then I threw up after eating the tortilla chip and I almost rolled over into a pool of my own vomit while naked, and then I almost got called up at Panama, and I potentially could have had my pants around my ankles, covered in sweat and vomit, with the blue vomit dripping down my mouth. So if you're that, Jonah, then that's been maybe 9 months. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, you're that guy. Yeah, just know that I did good for the mouth and the throat burn. It's just my stomach. I already ate like a cheesecake prior, and I think that was just the last straw. So. God damn you. All right. Last piece. Holy shit. 30 minutes? That's not normal. All right. 3, 2, 1. Watch with me. Leonard, this is for your mom, all right? Imagine. All right. This is the past status with your mother. All right. When I swallow, from this point forth, we are acknowledging the new era of your life. All right. It's gonna be difficult. It's pretty shit, you know. But just know, in order to have mountains, you must have valleys. It's got to go in order to go. I hit that note perfect. All right. Oh yeah, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. There you go. I did it right. It's to you. Cheers. Stay strong, all right? Don't jump off a building, Leonard, all right? We're watching you, putting you on suicide watch. We're the non-government mandated suicide watch, all right? I come for free. I don't get paid by the government to do this, so just know I'm watching you. I'll see you around. This was day 654 of the paper reading series. I'll see you tomorrow. That'll be day 655. Holy shit. I'm mixed too. I'm Korean. You're clearly not the Jake I talked to earlier. Okay, never mind. I thought you were this other guy, Jake. He's this guy from Cathedral. He's the whitest son of a gun I've ever seen in my life. Okay, you're clearly not him. Different guy. Yeah, there's just a lot of Asian people in this area. There's too many of them. It's charging now. Okay, that's good. For fuck's sake. But yeah, no, just I'm not surprised. There's just so many different fucking mixes of yellow everywhere, Buttered popcorn everywhere, I say. Korean and Russian. That's a good mix. But hey, you know what? Regardless of what shade of yellow, white, blue, pink, or even brown you are, I respect you, and I hope you come back to the stream later. Jake, do you have an Instagram? Am I following you? Because I know there's like 18 Jakes I'm following. Yeah, like put in your thing into the thing. Like put your Instagram handle in there. Just see if you can type it in. If you're not on Instagram, then I'm going to boo you. I know I was going to leave the stream like 2 minutes ago. I am so sorry. I know, Leonard, you were the one back in the old days who would fucking berate me. She might not even be here anymore. So in that case, I feel like I'm minimizing my victim count today. So, oh boy. Okay, here's the deal. Jake, you follow my internet account. Thank Christ I actually changed the name so it's easier to type out, There you go. That's my internet thing. We're gonna type out our thesis for the day, all right? God damn it. So for the thesis, I meant in order to have humps, you have to have valleys, and I typed valets in order to hump. Not my best thesis, but that's okay. It's all about acceptance and moving on. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. All right. This hair is so fun.